Hi everyone, Keren here from tuppencecoloured.co.uk, and thank you very much for joining me for another Sale-a-Bration Saturday. Now if you don't know what Sale-a-Bration is, if you're new to Stamping Up, well, Sale-a-Bration is a promotion that happens every year between the beginning of January and the end of March, and during the period of Sale-a-Bration, every time you buy £45 worth of products from any of our catalogues or even from clearance rack, as long as it all adds up to £45 before postage and packing, then you get to choose one item from the Sale-a-Bration catalogue. And today I am going to be working with this stamp set. It's called Any Occasion. Here it is. Bring that in to show you. Now it's a photopolymer stamp set, and it's a really useful one because it has got a stamp for practically any happy occasion that you can think of. And we've got, you know, thank you, celebrate, happy birthday, all eventualities are covered here. So stay with me and let's see what I'm going to make with it. Well, I'm using some other things as well in today's project. I'm going to be basing it on one of our little note cards. Now they are, this one's Whisper White. They also come in crumb cake, and when they're folded they are, what do I measure? They are 5 inches by 3.5, and you get 20 in a pack complete with envelopes, so they are very good value for money. I'm going to use Night of Navy ink. I've also been playing with the Up and Away bundle. I think that's what it's called. No, the Lift Me Up bundle. The dies are called Up and Away. I stamped and cut out this hot air balloon for another project, and I wound up never using it. So that's been in my my little scraps box. So I'm going to pull that one out and use that one today. I'm also going to be using the dies from the bundle again. And I have a piece of the Carried Away DSP. Now that's another item that is in the Sale-a-Bration catalogue, and I've cut that to 3 3/4 by 3 1/4. I've also got a little scrap of Whisper White. I'm going to begin by doing some stamping. So I've got the word hello mounted up onto my clear block and with the Night of Navy ink. Now photopolymer is very useful because you can see exactly where you're stamping, but you do need to make sure that you've got something to stamp into underneath. Now lots of people use something like a piercing mat. I find that it works just fine for me with my silicone mat, but it's whatever works for you. So I'm pressing that down onto my Whisper White card, and I'm holding it there, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that allows the ink time to transfer off the block and onto the paper. And there it is. Now I rocked the block as I was coming off, and I've got a line across there, but that's not going to matter, because the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take my, where's it gone? My cloud shape, and I'm going to take that over to the big shot and cut that out. And I think I'll probably cut a couple of the smaller clouds as well while I'm over there. You know, why not waste time? And I shall go and do that, and I will be right back. Clouds are ready to go onto the front of the card, but before I start sticking everything down and putting everything together, I just want to take a couple of seconds to talk about cleaning stamps. Now, my view on stamps is that they are tools, and if you use them, they're going to look used. If you want your stamps to look like they've never been used at all, then you have to keep them in the box and never use them at all. Okay? There is one school of thought that says don't bother cleaning your stamps. If the ink, just wipe them, and if the ink, you know, as long as the ink doesn't transfer, you're good to go. Photopolymer stamps in particular do stain, particularly the red and the pink inks will stain, and that is because the surface of photopolymer is full of tiny microscopic little pores, and the ink gets into those pores, and the better the quality of photopolymer, the more little pores you will have, and the more liable to staining it will be. Okay, but having said that, I do try to keep my stamps reasonably clean. And I have one of these lovely little gadgets, which is a stamping scrub. So I'm going to open this up and show you inside. Now you've got two pads, and one, there are little raindrops. I've just gone over them with a bit of white marker so that I can see them easy. And on the other side, don't know how well you can see that, but that is supposed to be a little sun, a little glowing sun. And what you do is you put a bit of Stampin' Mist or the stamp cleaner of your choice onto the wet side, and you take your block and you just rub your inky stamp, and your inky block in this case, over it, and then you just rub it dry. I'm being quite gentle because I don't want to rock my table too much. And there is one lovely pristine stamp. Now that one hasn't stained too badly, but some of them do. You know, some inks do stain stamps. Don't get bent out of shape about it. Okay, I'm going to start putting this together now. And I've got my snail, which I'm going to put on the back of my DSP. Do you know what? I really love these papers. Really, really, really like them. There's usually one paper that I'm not terribly fond of, but I've got to be honest, in this set, I love them all. So, okay, so that's gone down as the mat on the front of my card. Okay, so now I'm going to do some arranging, I think, as to where I'm going to put the clouds. Okay, so I sort of like that. So I'm going to put the balloon flat with a bit of snail. And there it is. But the clouds I'm going to pop up onto some dimensionals. So a couple on the big ones, just like that. And this one is too skinny for the big dimensionals, but I think it'll just fit a half dimensional. Yeah, look at me using tweezers, all grown up. That's largely because I put my piercing tool down somewhere and I can't see it right this minute. I will find it when I tidy up at the end. Okay. Right, so let's have my, oh, that one's showing a bit as well. Fortunately, dimensionals are quite easy to get off. Okay, so we'll just have one dimensional on that one. Has anybody else got that Lionel Richie song going round in their head? Is it me you're looking for? Oh dear. I should stop doing that before I get reported to YouTube. Okay, let's replace this dimensional because I do want two on there after all to give it support. Come on, come off. Dimensional backing doesn't want to play. There you go. Woo! Down boy. Whoa! I tell you what, everything's alive today. Which way up shall I have that? Let's have that just like... Nope. I want it that way. There you go. One finished card. So there it is, that's it for today, and hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, then don't forget to click the like button and comment, share and subscribe to my channel because I will be posting more videos very soon. If you want to leave me a picture of what you've been doing, pop on over to my Facebook page and leave me a picture there. I'd really love to see what you've been getting up to. But for now, thank you very, very much for joining me, and I hope that you come back and see me again soon. Bye bye.